right, and here we are, Mikey versus Yoshi, PvP patch 2.0 beta test, and we're going at it now. First match, Golgollada Gallows. Whole bunch of new stuff, new toys, new abilities, new fun. We'll see what happens.
New year,
New year.
us.
Exactly. All right.
These are the times when I really do not like having open ear headphones because the microphone is like picking up a little bit. So apologize for any echoes on my end.
You're good.
YoshinJa just has a very great presence.
I don't know all that. All right, I'm going to do a quick team overview. Ooh, okay. Okay, sheesh. All right, that's...
All right, I'm
little
done with my review. Let the banter begin.
Perfect. And I'm also done with team review. All right, let's get the show on the road.
All right. Oh, look at this. Okay, right off the bat, if anything is different about this PvP patch, your Onion Knight just used focus.
It did. It did. And that is a new thing. We're going to see how it goes with Onion Knights having a very simplistic skill set that's focused around Squire, White Mage, Black Mage, Archer, Knight, and a little bit of Monk as well.
So basically all the classes that you need to master to get this guy buffed up, you're incorporating some of those skills that you actually had to learn.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I mean, it only seems fair.
Exactly. Only seems fair. But yeah, I think they, Darklord mentioned this a while back, and while I was building up this patch, I was like, let's take a look at this. I don't want to turn it out outright. And
by the way, Darklaw is a member of the Tactics League community.
He is, and
a very, very good player. So definitely somebody to take notes from, learn from, and sorry to interrupt.
No, thank you. That was actually good that you interjected on it too, because people were like, "Who's Darklaw?" So yes, he's been in the server for a while now. He's been very adamant about different, improvements and stuff like that. And while I was building up this patch, a lot of his feedback, in addition to Mikey and Jokerfish and Wingman, a lot of that feedback got put into a huge whirlpool and was trying to figure out, what would be best to try to look at for this. And a lot of the feedback that I've gotten over, I guess you could say, since like mid-November, has been incorporated into this. So a lot of the changes we're seeing are mostly feedback that's just been brought up, over the course of the months. Some of it's obviously new things too, just from my own end, but a lot of this is also like me trying to focus on the things that have been brought up and to try to bring and raise stuff up to be in better position.
Okay, yes. Nice. And that's all part of the balancing act,
yes.
So to speak, right?
Right.
So I come from the school of thought, the philosophy. Oh, great. I come from the school of thought that slow and steady wins the race, and
usually it does. Yep.
when you make changes to a balanced structure, you want to go you want to make sure of your changes are impactful. And when you make large sweeping changes, it's difficult to get a sense of okay, did this actually make a difference or not?
Yes, definitely. And that is also the other part of the consideration too. Sure, you could say, well, that seems to be very much the opposite of what happened here. And to some degree, that is very much true. But also, I do plan on staying on this for a while with the beta patch testing. So this is going to be something that's going to be there for a while. I want to make sure a lot of time is invested into checking and making sure that things look good, that we're not kind of rushing into certain things as well. So I want to make sure that we have a lot of time invested in people getting their feedback in at the end of each cycle. I do plan on having this go on at least for a month and a half, longer if we need to, and it's going to be cumulative based on how many games get played and really all that feedback that gets brought brought in. So hopefully a lot of people are playing from this point forward, and hopefully we can get a lot of information and, hey, maybe something's too strong or maybe something's too weak, stuff like that. So
and that's the ultimate, like the ultimate way to determine is more data.
Right. Always.
Oh, good block on that golem right in time.
Thank you.
So yeah, everyone watching, come on over to Tactics League. Come help us test this. This is like a new game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want a refreshing take on Final Fantasy Tactics, this has been the most refreshing. You're throwing your books at me?
Hey, sometimes you gotta read it.
This old bind. Darn. Yeah, I know, clearly. Those are the patch notes.
Very nice.
So, this is the most refreshing, tactics experience I've had in a long time. Yes, I'm doing the custom roster playthrough on live stream, and it's difficult. That's what's refreshing about that, is the challenge makes it seem like a different game.
Yeah.
But this, oh man, I snuck in a little game with an archer last night with a new patch and testing out the new skills like Sonic Boom and Beso Toxico, my new favorite skill. Hilarious name.
That's actually inspired from Tactics Advance specifically.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought I recognized it. I
got the mobilize.
It's just instant cast.
It is instant cast now. Yep. Three hits, guaranteed 3 hits, instant cast, lower power.
Still random.
It still has the random. Yeah, it still has the random factor, but between the 3 hits. But you're going to at least get 3 hits every time. So you should at least get one, at least 1 in 3 every hit. Roll a little bit of dice and make it 2 or 3.
I like it. Oof, that atheism.
The low faith. Yep.
Yeah, that's a bummer. And it is cold in my office. My fingers are not working.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Maybe a little bit of tactics will warm you up. Warm your spirits up.
We should have put the timer on, so it's
that's true.
More frantic for me.
Had the 2-minute timer going on. 5 minute, whatever it was last time.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, I am loving the experience so far. This is great. Now, I don't know exactly how strong all of these classes are, but that's part of the fun, right, of the testing experience. Or the testing process is now that these are all brand new, every match is going to be I'm trying to determine if my guys are strong or not. I can report back and then see the changes actually being made.
Yep, that is definitely the plan.
Do something nasty. There we go. Good job, Agrius. She's a lady.
It's a pretty good hit there. Actually, let me mention that too, since you just did the Holy Sword ability. So there was a change that was made between Holy Sword and Darkness, where each ability. For Darkness, it wasn't each ability. Nice Aura Blast. But it was.
Thanks.
Crushing Blow. Crushing Blow, Abyssal Blade, and Unholy Sacrifice, and then it was all of Holy Sword. These abilities actually had damage bonuses on them. And so what I did was I went ahead and stripped. Why is that doing so much? Vehemence. Okay, I was going to say what?
Oh yeah, that's enough.
Okay. Well,
whoa! Dude,
axes are busting, man. It went from this is trash to it's pretty dangerous though. And I feel like it's actually worth slotting now. I feel like it's actually worth slotting an axe now, or going for a quick axe now in certain conditions.
Now it's hot garbage.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, but yeah, so I did away with the bonuses on those abilities because what I realized, and from feedback and replays and stuff like that, is the reason why you would normally go with like Hollowed Bolt, for example, or Divine Ruination is because they automatically had more damage compared to other skills. So what I did was I did away with those bonuses that were inherent into each ability. So now it's more about the ability's auxiliary effects and their range, because each one has a different range, each one has a different effect. I think Hollow Bolt's silenced, Divine Ruination's confuse, Judgment Blade I believe is stop, or maybe it's KO. It's one of two. But anyways, that way when you go for one of those abilities, it's not about, okay, well, I know Hollow Bolt's always going to be the clear-cut winner because it does the most damage, right? But it's not really about that anymore. It's now about which one do I need based on the situation and or the statusing that it provides.
So I noticed Warcry didn't take off Protect. Is that because you have an item that gives you Protect?
Correct. Yes. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, any of those debuffs won't take off the buff if they are geared.
Oh, beautiful.
Let's see.
Man, and Invisibility Cloak. Look at that. It's like you have concentration, but on an item.
Pretty much. Exactly.
So cool. He's like a ninja berserker. Man, I cannot wait to make a like interesting builds to try based on this meta, because this is like a different game completely.
Yeah, it's trying to make the options more interesting, right? Like that was the plan.
Yeah. Giving me doom.
You are doomed. You are doomed, sir.
I knew it. I knew it from the start.
But yeah, fell swords and axes. I've heard there was actually a way to get them to where they are guaranteed their status on hit. So anytime I swing a fell sword, if you're not status checked, nice disable, then I will inflict that status on you. That's why I was able to hit the Deathbringer has doom on it, but it is now guaranteed on hit. So even though fell swords and night swords are two-handed, to incentivize sword usage and like shield play, stuff like that, fell swords in particular can inflict their status on hit, and the same with axes. They can inflict their status on hit because they are two-handed, to give them more reasons to be possibly used. I think axes in general, going back to that, it's definitely something to really look at now as a weapon in a lot of different situations. As before it was just like meh, now it's like this might be something to really consider.
Right. And I do want to note the Knight's new ability. There were a couple in the menu there that are worth mentioning. Would you mind going over?
Sure, absolutely.
The
sure can. Yeah, I can go over some of the change to Arts of War. So before I go really into that, let me caveat one little area here. So the Rend gear options, so Rend weapon, Rend helm, Rend armor, Rend shield, they are now removed, and all the like item breaks and stuff like that is set up for steel. So that way it reinforces the thieves, bandit style, rogue style gameplay.
Awesome.
But what was changed about the Rend abilities is now that there's more abilities specific to the Knight job, because they didn't really have much to begin with outside of Rend. So now there's Bulwark, which is I believe is a 2x2 ally instant cast. It causes all your allies to go into defending status, which defending allows you to, that hurt a lot. Allows your allies to go into defending status, which doubles their evasion for the turn, or until their next turn.
That's so cool.
There's also Warcry, as you were mentioning earlier, which removes Protect the Shell that were granted by cast, not by gear, but granted by cast. Let me see. Let me make this play real quick.
And that's super thematic too. Like, you expect the Knight to be like that frontline warrior who's very disruptive. So I feel like these changes also feel like they should be there. So yeah, nice job, man. I can barely contain my excitement.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's so cool to have like a new experience with something that you're like.
There you go.
Absolutely like convinced things are a certain way, you know.
Yeah. Well, besides that awesome heal I just gave you,
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, that was nice.
I still got the Doom, but I gave you a heal on top of that, so there's that. There's also Mowdown, which is a guaranteed. It's an unavoidable attack, but it also what it does is it ignores the mitigation of abilities. So it's kind of something similar to Construct 8. With his skill set, very nice. Nice cancel. Nice cancel. But
and that's new, by the way. Like re-raise and Doom, that's not in the normal game.
It's not.
I love the Squire's raising.
Yeah, so I mean that's the other thing too. Like the PA and the MA increase to Squire, especially for female. Like female Squire has a lot more magic utility now. We're just having a little extra MA on our side, so that's why I was able to make that play outside of the my white mage already having faith. But like that play was pretty easy for me to do because she has better capabilities now.
Nice.
So Squires, I think Squires a lot more jack of all trade than they used to be. I mean, they were kind of built to be that to begin with, but there were some areas where they needed to be brought up in certain aspects. So hopefully they're a little better now. Stall. Oh no.
Off meta play right there.
Yeah, it was not expecting that.
So pretty much all of these abilities, these new additions, improvements, experiments, are these all from suggestions in the community?
Most of them are. Yeah, most of them are. A lot of it, like for example, the aim change was just because aim's aim, right? Like it was never that good to begin with, even in base game.
People who are following my channel know that I hate aim. I think it's just like
all these soul mines.
The worst thing you could have done to a class with so much potential.
Yeah.
Love archers, hate aim.
Yeah, I mean that like the first like aim 1 through 3 was okay-ish, but everything else like you probably never really use, and that's why I went in and reworked the skill set from the ground up, using a lot of Tactics Advanced 1 and 2 as inspiration to figure out what skills should go in, but also to give it a very diverse skill set, because it's a skill set realistically for everyone. I mean, a physical build can run it, a speed build can run it, a magic build can use it as well, and there's a little something in there for everyone. So I also wanted to make it very diverse compared to the rest of the other generic job sets that are usually kind of straightforward, either physical or magic, stuff like that.
Nice. And what I appreciate about, I knew it. I knew that was gonna miss.
Of course.
You ever just get that feeling?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Sure, all the time. But so, like the Tactics Advanced names. What's great about that is it feels like it's in universe. Yeah. Like it's not like you took something from WoW or League of Legends. So I definitely appreciate the like sticking in universe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of different abilities in NTA 1 and 2 that I personally like. I've played through both the games and completed both the games as well. So having a little bit of that background to kind of help with trying to figure out what should go in and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of different cool stuff in there. Ouch. Oh. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You are not having it.
No, definitely not. I was not expecting that counter. But I love it.
That's so funny. I too have had enough. Oh god, why did I do that?
That's okay. We'll go over and mess with the aggregates a little bit. Never mind.
leave
I
her
cut myself.
alone.
That's fine. That's fine too.
You just didn't want to suffer the holy blast.
Apparently not.
You're all, I'd rather take my own life.
Can I actually hit from here? I doubt it. Nope. You're all the way in the darn corner. Okay.
Ice, baby. Is this Soulbind gonna win me the game? Man.
Sheesh.
OP.
All right, that's a game.
Oh, that is game. Wow, that went way too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
GG.
GG.
Is this a draw?
No.
Oh no, I got it.
Yeah,
wow.
you won. Yeah. Huh, that didn't even feel like it went that way either. I thought I had the map.
I thought it was a draw for sure.
Well, good game to you, sir.
Yeah, likewise. Excellent. I gotta say, that didn't feel like the typical mowdown that I usually face. This is nice.
You funny person. Mowdown. Hey, that's a new ability, speaking of which.
I did it on purpose, yes.
I noticed. Well, I'm ready for game 2 if you are good to go.
I just load up the same. Wow. I love Ramza as a heretic now.
Yeah, I was kind of appalled. Like he never had his title changed once you get to chapter 4. So, so I was like, since I'm in the middle of modifying text, yeah, I'm in the middle of modifying text. I might as well give him a cool name to make him feel a little better about himself. The church already deemed it so I might as well.
I'm hosting,
right.
And he does need all the help he can get. I mean, poor guy. He goes to a bar and he doesn't know what to order, so he just drinks milk. So for my 1,000 subs, thank you video. I was drinking a little bubbly,
I watched it.
Jason and Jace pops in. It's like, oh, how come you didn't drink milk like Ramza?
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you not do that?
What are you thinking for map?
Let's go with Zeirchele.
Ooh.
Let's go with Zeirchele.
Selected map Z.
Perfect. Actually, no, I want to change it up. Let's bring another unique in.
This build is so silly.
This and
oh my god.
Oh.
This is if I want to have a chance at beating Dark Claw list.
All right.
Oh.
What's
up, Cloud?
Yes, sir. Cloud also received quite a bit of updates. One in particular, he doesn't need Material Blade anymore for limit.
Oh, you.
Yeah, so that should be able to very much increase his diversity in builds because he always had to have it, and there's so many other weapons and stuff he can run. I mean, I'm using Rune Blade on this.
The hero we need, not the hero we deserve.
I don't know about all that now. But yeah, I was really hoping like he was in a better position, but I went back and looked at him again. I was like, nah, he needs some love as well. So I went and looked at Soldier's stats and stuff like that, and gave him an extra move on Soldier because his ability is usually like three panel, or 3 range. Mm-hmm. He can now use Tyner Rouge and perfumes because he has ability cross dress. So I wanted to kind of carry that on.
On that note, in the patch notes, when you said to improve his cross-dressing, I died. To improve it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, sometimes, maybe sometimes put a little perfume and lipstick on, so. No hate. No hate at all.
You do you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Wow.
I'm very embarrassed about how I dance. If you've ever seen Seinfeld and you've seen the Elaine dance, that's what my ninja is doing up in the corner.
Huh.
Oh, look at you!
This is the White Magic's version of Kiramori. It's MP
That's
cost,
sick.
but it's instacast because Kiramori is instacast. This has a 3 range and 4 vert compared to Kiramori's 3/3, so it's better on maps with different vert ground. But it does have high MP cost, so it's not one of those abilities you're going to be able to run on a ninja or a thief without investing in MP. I wanted to make sure that was specifically a thing too. So you need to run some type of gear to get your MP up to be able to use it, or you can just go Squire, which actually has good base MP, and just do it that way. So. We got the Foamwalt, Scutcheon 2, use Cap, Ninja Gear, and Imperial. Okay.
Ugh. Rough. Yeah, now that you got all that protecting shell on, I'm a little less enthused about my damage. Dragon. Dragon's Gift? Dragon's Might. Dragon's Speed.
I feel like Mr. Dragon's Might.
Yes, I do want that. I like how the dragon skills you can't cast on yourself. It makes Reyes a really good support character.
Yeah, I think she's pretty awesome as a support character. Damn.
Man, you got that protect up at the right time. Ah! Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry?
Well, we'll do this. That's good. New ability.
What is this?
This is Saint Cross. This is a self one-ranged, wholly physical damage ability. Huh.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Dude, that was sick.
I love the animation. I think it's Grand Cross, when I was thinking.
Yeah. I don't even remember who uses that.
I don't either. But I was like, hey, this sounds cool.
Like, where'd this come from? Man, the Knight's cool factor just shot up by infinity.
Yeah, Knights are awesome. Knights are definitely awesome. I did very much enjoy them now, even more so than before.
Like, I was stoked about Dark Knight because I'm like, oh yes, finally I get like Gafgarian abilities. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that is a very like that'll do just fine.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I did not check and
this
see
lady.
It. Oh, with a double hand. Oh god. the clunk.
I love this unit so much.
Let's see. All right.
So I'm gonna call her Clunk.
All right. So let's go and put defending on these people.
So cool.
And because he's about to die anyways. So that's double their evasion until they get their next act. Now we're going slow. And then we're going fast.
Now we're going fast.
Exactly.
I love it. Nope. Oh, it pains me. It hurts.
I'd be like that sometimes.
All the mana I need.
Just need one. See, you're rocking the new Hermes shoes. Very nice.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I love them. You know, it never made sense to me that they didn't give you +1 move.
Yeah,
like, shouldn't all shoes?
For the most part, yeah. Unless they're like specific in the jump, yeah.
Boom, making the jump.
No, I have updated
Come
the Trello board with all the changes in there as well. So for anybody that's
Excellent.
watching this video, oh,
Ooh,
from downtown all the way. I can't even be mad about that.
That was insane.
Yeah, it was. All right, we're going to do an instant.
So funny.
Do a little instant here. So all the level 1 spells are not
Nice.
instant.
Love that.
Instant single target. Let me also add that single target as well.
Okay, that's good to know. So same for black mages too,
Correct,
right? Like
correct.
thunder, fire, blizzard.
Yep. All
No
the single
AoE.
target. No AoE, but they are instant cast. So maybe someone's going to end up making a level 1 build.
And just cup of life the crap out of your team.
You could do that too. You can definitely do that too. So a lot of different. I think there's a lot of different varieties now in black magics. I didn't set up a black mage for this, but I think they're personally in a much better spot than where they were.
Yeah. I mean, that it was kind of a shame that black magics is a suboptimal action for black mages. It's a shame.
Yeah.
What do you call it singing? It's so funny.
He likes to sing a song sometimes.
Yeah.
No.
He's like the last person in the Final Fantasy universe to like go to a karaoke bar. He's so aloof and disengaged.
Alright, we'll shift over here. Do my squat in the corner.
Gross.
Actually,
Well, that's fine. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to Thailand. I've done my fair share of third world squats. It's fine. He's got good form. Ow.
good old
420, y'all.
420. There you go. Achievement unlocked.
That would be really funny. I wonder what the badge for that would look like. Actually, I know what it would look like.
So I'm pretty sure exactly what it's going to look like.
Ugh. Nice little chunk.
Alright, now this guy is about to die, so we're going to go and just...
This guy has been on the edge of death for a long time. If anyone's going to make it, it's going to be him.
I'm going to mow you down real quick.
Yes, we call this Corpse Bridge.
Always. Everyone dies on the bridge. Very rare do you actually see fights going up all the way up top. Oh no.
Oh yes. He dies for me.
I just realized I got the polearm ninja, even though you jumped me earlier. Very nice.
Thanks. He's kind of a staple, but I'm starting to miss the dual ninja blades.
I mean, definitely have their merits in both ways. Good for cutting down mana shield procs and or just getting the huge jump play and pretty much slicing somebody.
I love that. Slice him.
Yeah, I mean that's what's awesome about the build choices at the end of the day, right? Like I can go dual wield,
Right.
I can go, or I can use one of the equip abilities and run axes or polearm, swords, whatever, and or even gun, and make my own special setup, running it a certain way.
I like it.
Stop throwing swords at me.
That's always what has been the most attractive feature of the game is coming up with combinations. And if we can forge a PvP meta where that is the main draw, where everything is, well, I don't want to say everything is viable, but the top choices aren't so far removed from the most suboptimal, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely agree. I definitely would like to see that approach more so. I'm just gonna go get your Hydra support real quick.
Leave him alone!
Oh.
So, like, dude, you brought 2 squires, and I brought all the fastest and hardest hitting troops I could muster, and we're still just about even. So, I think right now we're on a pretty good track.
Yeah. Oh, flails too. Let me mention flails because that flail was spicy. Flails use the gun formula, so they're now unavoidable damage, and
So cool.
I think they're definitely a worth weapon now, especially for Squire and even Ninja, since they already have them. Oh,
That's Bridge.
Shoot my boy dead. Shot him dead.
Look what they did to my boy.
All right. Mitigation's falling off.
Everywhere.
Still got a pretty large bump too because it is now the standard for still like breaking items. So it's been upped pretty much from its original versions. It's been upped by 20 points across the board in power, so that it feels fairly impact. Oh no. Oh, speaking of which, that also had to change too. It's no longer a random box. It's just like the rest of the abilities. Because I don't know about you, but it usually feels bad when you try to hit somebody with it and it misses, and it's like the one needed attack.
See, that's where you're wrong about me, Yosh. I rely on that.
Yeah, Dark Clock should told me about that. Oh man, yeah, you told me about the crazy RG you got on that one play yet.
He was not pleased. Oh, that's so funny. I'm glad he did tell you.
Yeah, he was like, he just like breathe all over.
Validation. Good stuff.
Wait, what's this? 272. Okay.
But yeah, so with all of these new abilities and updates to jobs to try out, I am really looking forward to seeing how this all shakes out, and like if somebody can find a just incredible combination. I want to see it. I want to see if there's still any exploits.
There's probably an exploit somewhere, but I really dived into everything, abilities and jobs and stuff like that, and tried to figure out, not necessarily exploit prevention, but looked at a lot of the stuff too, and was trying to see where things might be exploitable from some of the original changes I had to where they are now, so like that. So I'm hoping that there isn't really anything crazy, but even if it is, I mean, it's still good to expose it. Dang it! I was hoping to get the stone kill.
Yeah, everyone wants that.
All right, you've been doomed.
Dragon's Gift, does that revive? Nope.
It does not.
Does she have any Dragon Revive? Doesn't look like it.
She doesn't. No. I think Gift is like if you're status, you can heal them for like 20% of their health and then cleanse a lot of the statuses off them. Not necessarily everything, but I think it's most things. Excuse me.
But you can't heal without them having.
They need to be inflicted. Yeah, they need to be inflicted by something. Yeah, anything really. It's just the way the formula checks itself.
Anything, please.
Pretty much.
That's cool. Hello, my friend.
Oh, we have a 2v2 going on here.
130.
Oh, the instant jump.
Good God. All right, coming down to the wire.
It really is.
What's this now? A little Life's Anthem?
I'm gonna try to speed back up and try to outdo you in speed now. That's the plan.
Oh, that's not a bad strategy.
Gosh, that ninja is such a bad spot. On my behalf.
Really?
Yeah, so I can't because of your height. You're at 16.5. The lowest I can get to you is 13. So I can't actually attack you, which is what I need to do. But if I get much closer, then I'm putting myself at higher risk. So stone OP. Let's go.
No!
That's what I needed.
Oh man, I think that just won you the game.
Maybe. That's what I needed. I need to get past that, bypass the mana shield.
Wow.
Sometimes throwing a pebble really does the trick.
Sometimes the smallest pebble can make the biggest wave.
Exactly. So, okay, female squire did not get the haste on her. Cloud did. Here comes Chunky Girl. And she's got a ribbon. I don't know.
I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall wait. Oh no, my haste!
Alright, so let's see. I'm trying to play this a little careful. Let's do this.
I was gonna say, you could definitely like act this one out. Oh, you have ribbon, don't you? No, you don't.
I don't.
Ooh.
Okay.
Your cross-dressing is not up to snuff.
It's not. It's really not. Yeah, I'm missing the ribbon. That's really what sets us apart.
That's the cherry on top, man.
All right.
Now it's just a regular cake.
Pretty much.
Or Cloud.
All right. So I can't attack you from above. All right. So let's go do that.
Did Cloud really have these like MC Hammer pants in Final Fantasy VII? I could have sworn he was a lot skinnier.
Maybe.
And look at those things.
No, they're pretty baggy.
You could like get in his shoe and sail over Turkey. They look like hot air balloons.
Pretty much.
Please miss.
Just enough MP to get raised off. Just enough.
Oh, that is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
God. See, that's why I should have the ribbon on.
Come on, do something nasty for me. Yes. Come on.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
Blade beam or cross slash? Okay.
He's gonna get me into a draw.
Oh my God! Really? Okay. Well. I think even then though, Cloud is he's still my unit.
He's still your unit. Yes.
Yeah. So
I really need him to off your squire or like revive one of my guys.
Okay. I think.
But yeah. Please, I need to make up for that stupid stone death.
All right. Okay. No, that didn't work.
Yes.
2x.
Wow.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Okay. I see what you're doing.
come on.
Yeah, it's probably just worth getting past it or breaking that charm off at this point.
Does he still have mana?
He still has mana.
He does.
Actually, hold on. Does Asuna does it? No, it does not. Crap. Okay. Yeah. I don't have much of a choice then, I don't think.
Yes, come on, mana shield.
Yeah, I don't have much of a choice. I have to go for it. Dang it! Wait, he's getting knocked back.
Wow. Did you add like?
Nope.
Always knockback?
No, I'm getting those 50% on it.
Come on, Cloud.
Nope.
No. All right. GG.
GG. Damn.
That was great.
I was not expecting that.
Good stuff.
Not too shabby. All right, you want to do one more? Are you good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have one more roster to try out, and this one is also on the silly side, but like I forgot what like concept I was testing.
Silly's fun. Silly's always fun.
Actually, before I start this next one, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Yeah, go for it.
You want to do a quick 5?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, pause recording.
Oh, bye.
Yosh.
Yo.
Hey, you're back.
Are you back? All right, cool.
Or I'm back.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Right,
I stepped away for a second, too.
All right, recording resume. Let's do this. The tiebreaker.
All right.
Hosting now.
And joining.
So before the banter begins, I kind of wanted to like go over each of the job changes, but I feel like that would be a lot.
It's quite a bit. Yeah, it's quite a bit. But is there any like maybe top 3, top 5?
I think I
unique?
am going to ask you that when the game starts.
Sure.
You know what map we never play? Monastery Vault's 3rd level with all the bookcases in the way.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't like it because it doesn't capture well.
Yeah, it's a pretty dark map.
It's a dark map, and like there's a lot of obstructions, so it's like difficult to see units and stuff. But I'll finagle something.
Actually, let's do this. Let's swap to this guy.
Oh man, this is not the right team for this map. So funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it too. Like, I don't know who I wanna bring with this one. We'll stick with this. See what happens.
But yeah, man. Like, I actually think a better place for that question would be if we're to do a live stream together and kind of introduce this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like the job stuff?
Yeah, exactly. We can go over it 1 by 1 and then like have a like roster workshop or something and like
talk
about building a team. Yeah, buddy. I'm glad I started on top of the bookshelf with him.
Oh, definitely.
Actually, this map doesn't look too bad.
It's not bad. It's a little wide, but I think most of the movement will probably make up for it anyways. It should be okay. Some weird spawns though. Like one player spawns in the far corner, and another player spawns near a book or a stairwell.
Yeah, it is strange. All right, coming at you.
But to go back to the question, at least partly, if I had to say the top 3 changes to jobs, either through unique or generic, I would say out of favorite ones, I'd say Raph and Merrick, and I'm gonna do those together because they're more or less the same, but there's slight deviation. So, one of the biggest problems with One of the biggest problems with Sky Mantra and Nether Mantra is that there's just way too much like RNG to the skill set. You never know what you're really going to get at any point. I still wanted to kind of have that be there, but try to at least put a little more control to it, so it doesn't feel as crappy. So the first way to counter that was to make the abilities insta-cast, because it's already kind of counterintuitive that there's a high chance that you might get 1 of 3 hits, or you may possibly get 0 hits. So that kind of offsets that, possibly wasting an action essentially. And the charge time in between too, trying to cast those old abilities. The other part was to make it so that it actually had control over how many times they hit, so you always know what you're going to get. Because that was always one of the problems I personally had with it. Was like you can get up to, I think it was up to 10 times, and for any point
Up to 10 times. Yep.
But it just felt so like lopsided that half the time it didn't really. I felt like it just wasn't rewarding. So I wanted.
So it was a like you're more likely to hit the center spot.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so like you could almost rely on that, but you're right. It always felt bad when things didn't go exactly your way, and in competitive PvP, you want to be able to rely on your like execution, on your strategy. And if your strategy is, well, I hope I have good luck, then that kind of sucks.
It kind of sucks, yeah. And in the spirit of trying to do away with randomness, and like including bags too, there's still randomness to the abilities, because that is, I feel like that's kind of part of their key. Their key, yeah, it's part of the skill set is the randomness, but it's just to give it a little more control, so it doesn't feel as bad if you try to execute off the ability.
Yeah.
The other thing was,
I definitely think there's like a middle ground between too much randomness, where it's like, well, I can just throw in whatever and cross my fingers and hope that everything goes my way. That's not fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, there's also, not everything is guaranteed, and that kind of gives underpowered units a fighting chance.
Exactly. Yep. And so we went with that, and then what was the other thing? And then also, I try to make a difference between the two, because they're both using the same multi-hit formula. That also means that Nether Mantra no longer scales off faith anymore. Or like having a low faith. It's just they're both use the same type of formula calculation. So realistically,
nice.
like, Merrick will still maintain his low faith to kind of keep the Nether Seer job, because that was kind of like the main thing, was he was very non-reliant on faith. But the skill set itself isn't based on faith anymore, just like Sky Mantra isn't based on faith anymore. But to distinguish the two, Sky Mantra does more damage with all the abilities being set to 4 power, but Nether Mantra is set to 3 power, but each ability has a 90% chance to afflict a status effect based on the ability used, such as what was the one, the shock one? I can't remember the name of it. Hell's Wrath, I believe. The lightning one has a chance to inflict silence. 19% chance per hit to inflict silence. So you can use that as a way to possibly debuff your opponent, especially if you can get him in the enemy stack early.
That's awesome. And status debuffs have always taken a back seat to raw damage.
Yeah.
This guy, new archer ability right there.
Yes, sir. Sonic Boom. We booming.
Oh, we're booming.
We're booming, all right.
Oh, look at this. Right on top of Construct 8.
There you go. Utilizing that unit. What was it? Used as a platform? As a feature?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I should have thrown an ether instead, but whatever.
It's still early game. Besides them two, I'd say that probably the next big change is, I'd say probably Squire. Honestly, it's subtle changes. Like they're PA and MA multipliers went to 95. So realistically, they only gained like a point, 1 PA and 1 MA on either male or female variant. But between
you're talking about your favorite changes.
Yeah, out of the jobs, yeah.
Cool.
But also in addition to that, also the change that I think also kind of sets them apart is the fact that they do have shields now, to be able to go with offensive or defensive measures without needing to slot equip shields. Well, hold on, actually, let me.
Yeah, I mean, Squires have always been in kind of an awkward place. They are not meant to be a end game job.
Yeah, they're a jack of all trade job for sure. They're not. There's nothing like too crazy about them, but their equipment, their weapon versatility is where they shine at the most.
Right.
And re-equip is definitely
in this
underutilized.
PvP meta, yes.
Ouch.
Classic ninja.
Yes, sir.
And you know, in the regular game, squires, yeah, they can equip a bunch of stuff, but like, so can geomancers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a lot more weapon versatility. They're kind of like Onion Knight light, if anything. Now,
Right, exactly. Which I like. Like, it's super characterful.
Yeah. And you just had to charm me. Putting a still heart to work.
I can't resist. I can't resist my own charms.
Oh yeah, and then we go to the last one. Also, it's the last one's Knight. So it's I will say Knight and Archer, but I'll say Knight more so. So Knight has always been in a spot for the longest time where it wasn't that like it wasn't really a bad job, but it wasn't really good either. A lot of it came down to speed, like speed meta being part of the problem because they were always slow, and they didn't really have a lot in their toolkit to really do anything special outside of Ren Weapon, which Ren Weapon was just put on gun, like someone with a gun, and call it quit. Like it's just better with a gun, right? So
that's the thing.
Yeah. So what I did was I wanted to go ahead and try to spruce up their skill set as well, so they feel a little bit more knightly and a little bit more impactful. If you do go with the knight, which I think for the most part it's a lot better than where it was. They have to be. Oh, I'll take that. They have to be up close, which reinforces what a knight is. But also, they do have an HP boost now instead of defend. And the reason why I went with that was because I realized that like defend was never being used, and it's kind of fair why it wouldn't. Like you're consuming an action that doubled your evasion, but depending on how you're set up, you may not really even get much value out of that. And so I went with HP boost instead, so that way between Knight, Dragoon, and Dark Knight, they had a stark difference. The Knights are very, very tanky. They're very capable of doing good damage and melee, but they're not as strong as... Oh, God, really? Okay.
That's amazing.
Oh, man. I'm so glad
I love this guy. He's great.
I'm sure.
He's facing you down on top of the bookcases.
I'm sure you like this guy.
This is my battle line right here.
But also, like, once again, it was kind of distinguished. Oh, yes, please.
No. Man, level 1 spells, OP.
Yes, sir. If they're built right, yeah.
Oh no. Be gentle.
Probably not. No gentle.
I'd rather not.
No gentle.
Do not go gently into the night.
Pretty much. Alright, we're going to do this cool effect again.
Okay, I'll allow it.
A double?
Sick. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright, Ninja, you better mop things up for me. Well, that did way more damage than I thought it was going to.
What's that?
The Saint Cross.
Yes. I don't think you were protect, though, if I'm not mistaken?
No.
Okay. Yeah, alright, that's not right.
Element?
It is holy element, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you had
Chameleon robes for everyone.
Chameleon robe. I'm curious to see what people do with it. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna go too much into that. I think there's definitely a lot more things you can do with it now than before. Including,
there's way more holy.
Yeah, including putting it on a knight, which knights have so much HP bulk now, they can safely run robes without any hassle. That's another thing why I like to change them, because they can go whatever you want now within their gear and be okay. Still have at minimum like 580 plus health, even with robes. Easily.
Yeah, like I found myself going with a monk and equip heavy armor versus a knight, because I'm like, I'd rather just take the skill set and I still have the same amount of HP, and like sometimes the shield doesn't even matter. Yeah. Oh yes, kill your own ninja, please.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Just whack him with a stick. I am doomed, so I might as well just go in and wake him up real quick. Getting lasered.
In a battle of rock, paper, scissors, lasers always win.
We have a straight line of death in the middle, speaking of which. just noticed.
Yeah, lesson learned. Don't go on top of the bookshelves.
Yeah, that won't work.
That's so funny. Reading is bad, kids.
Stay in school.
The library is a dangerous place. They just stuffing the dead bodies up in the rafters. So,
alright.
Is it possible to do like a... You took quick off of magic counter.
I did take quick off magic counter. There's definitely some things you could do with that. And I mean, it was already there. It wasn't really much of it being utilized. But I went ahead and took it all safely. But also did kind of nerf quick back a little bit. Just dialed it back a smidgen. It's probably about 8% less chance, even with you being Faith and the other target not being Faith. So it's still a respectable chance. But it's to kind of just maybe tone down the possibility of getting instant actions, because there are some plays, maybe mimicry or something like that, where you could kind of just, kind of ping pong off each other.
Right. Well, I saw the game against Darklaw where he was giving himself critical quick with super weak attacks and basically just like, using like turn denial. Yeah.
No, that was the change to time magic's quick. Won't really have much to do with that part, but the PA change to Bard actually would offset that, because that's partly why I was able to do it, is because of them having such low PA that the damage isn't enough to kill anybody, but it's enough to proc. But the PA increased Bard should more or less fix that as well. Which, I mean, he actually made that suggestion himself. So, yeah, after doing it, so that was fair.
And hats off to Darklaw for like putting these things on the map.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with that, and I'm glad that he's showing some of like potential exploitable plays, and even providing suggestions on how to get kind of fix it or get rid of it, kind of deal. So, oh wait, I gotta be careful of that. I gotta be careful.
I just noticed you had Soulbind. I was just gonna start unloading on you.
Well,
like, that's like a real quick way to kill myself.
So, possibly yes, but also Construct's melee attacks hit like a truck. You practically one-shot me, so I gotta be careful of how I play this.
And then there were two.
Oh boy! All right,
let's dance.
I'm going for broke. Oh, that's enough. Take advantage of that lightning weakness.
Oh, GG.
GG. Well,
good.
It takes two to tango, but that didn't last long, so.
That's hilarious.
I'm glad I didn't overcorrect it, because if I went too far in, you could have just mollywopped me for like 600, 700 damage in one shotter. That's why I was trying to play. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I was trying to outrange you, like, and move and stuff like that. So, it worked out. Yeah, good stuff.
Dude, look at the results that we just got. We like slapped together a couple teams. I tried to make something that was competitive in 2 out of the 3 games, and they all ended fairly closely, in like score. So
yeah, that was pretty solid, man.
I think we're on the right track here.